10 residents of Enerhodar, including 4 employees of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, were wounded as a result of the shelling of residential areas on Sunday evening, August 28.
Взрывы в центре города.
Here are the explosions in the city center. Right in the city, civilian vehicles, residential areas, everything is on fire. It's Russian world for today.
But Moscow immediately blamed the Ukrainian military for the shelling of Enerhodar, as well as for all previous shelling of the nuclear power plant and its infrastructure. And also it blamed the Western allies of Ukraine.
The United States of America and England must understand as sponsor of terrorism. They must understand that if the supply of missile and artillery weapons to the Ukrainian military, who are irresponsibly shelling a nuclear facility, does not stop, this will lead to a disaster, the biggest disaster of the 21st century.
The office of the President of Ukraine, as before, claims that Russia continues its nuclear blackmail and by regularly shelling Nikopol and Marhanets, it is trying to create the appearance of counterstrikes on Enerhodar, which no one from the Ukrainian military has inflicted.
They provoke and try to blackmail the world. They fire at Nikopol, Marhanets and imitate a response to Enerhodar, although they fire it on their own. Russia is a state sponsor of terrorism. Nuclear blackmail must not remain unanswered. Andriy Yermak, head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, on Telegram. Cynical and systematic shelling of Enerhodar occupied by Russia, specially organized bloody show, the purpose of which is to intimidate local civilians, blaming the armed forces of Ukraine and mask their nuclear crimes. Barbarians do not mind killing for the sake of a propaganda picture. Mikhailo Podolak, advisor to the head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, on Twitter.
With each passing day, reports about the situation in Enerhodar and at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant caused concern, and as soon as the International Atomic Energy Agency announced its decision to visit the station, the situation began to worsen even more. As a result, the membership of the experts group was approved. It is headed by the Director General of the IAEA, Rafael Grossi, and also 13 other experts from mostly neutral countries. The list does not include representatives of the United States and Great Britain. According to a regular report from the Institute for the Study of War, Russia won their exclusion by calling these countries biased.
Manipulation of the nationality of inspectors and attacks on the fairness of the IAEA inspections are tactics that Iran has long used to obfuscate its obstruction of IAEA inspections. In addition, the Russian authorities are attempting to limit the presence of Ukrainian employees at the plant, and occupation authorities have begun collecting signatures from Enerhodar residents demanding an end to Ukrainian shelling to present to inspectors. From a report by the Institute for the Study of War.
Analysts at the Institute for the Study of War claim that the Russians are trying to do anything to prevent the International Atomic Energy Agency mission at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The President of France is sure that the inspection of the UN International Atomic Energy Agency of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine will be able to guarantee the nuclear safety of the country, the region and beyond.
The first one is that war shouldn't, under any circumstances, undermine the nuclear safety of the country, the region and the rest of us. Therefore, civilian nuclear power must be fully protected. That is the object of this mission, which will take place very quickly, and for which we have obtained security guarantees from the part of the Ukrainians and the Russians, and which will therefore be able to deploy to carry out an independent mission and help protect this. The second thing is that civilian nuclear power must not be an instrument of war, and therefore the sovereignty of states must be respected in regard of nuclear installations.
Mr. President, good to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again. Good, good. And you safe, family?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, please.
The IAEA is already in Kiev and its mission is almost on its way to Zaporizhzhia. The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency officially announced on Monday morning, August 29th.
The day has come. The IAEA support and assistance mission to Zaporizhzhia is now on its way. We must protect the safety and security of Ukraine's and Europe's biggest nuclear facility. Proud to lead this mission, which will be in Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant later this week. Rafael Grossi, Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, on Twitter. We expect from the mission a clear statement of facts of violation of all nuclear safety protocols. We know that Russia is putting not only Ukraine, but also the entire world at threat, at risk of nuclear accident.
2 power units of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which were connected to the grid last week after an emergency shutdown, are again steadily producing electricity for the needs of Ukraine. Specialists have no comments on the operation of equipment and security systems yet. But Energoatom warns that due to the presence of the Russian military at the plant, their weapons, equipment and explosives, there are serious risks for the safe operation of the nuclear power plant. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Natalia Husak, UATV News.